Hello crew, welcome back to the Gaming Ocean TCG channel where we open a variety of TCGs and God bless you. And in this video, we'll be unboxing the latest starter deck in the Digimon card game, Protector of Light, Starter Deck 20. Now, this is one out of the two starter decks, which also includes Starter Deck 21, which look forward to that in another video down the road. It is released at the same time as BT21, which means all these products release simultaneously worldwide. So this is the first two starter decks that release worldwide, and these are good starter decks to get into playing the Digimon card game. I call them like a soft reboot because these remind me of starter decks 15 and 16 when they first introduced the WarGreymon and Metal Garu Ace cards. We get a new Metal Gray Ace along with a new Metal Garu in the other starter deck 21. But we'll be focusing on starter deck 20 in this video, so let's go ahead and dive into it. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe, share with others, and hit that notification bell button so you don't miss any TCG content or openings. Check out my online TCG store at gamingoceantcg.com, where I sell Japanese Pokemon cards, One Piece, Grand Archive, and more. So without further ado, let's get into it and check out Starter Deck 20 and see what it's all about. And I can tell you all right now, there are some nice goodies. And oh, not to mention, I have these cards on the side. So they did give out like kind of like pre-release cards for the starter deck because there's a starter deck event, but at my locals we only had time to do the main BT21, so I'll show y'all a sneak peek. So I did buy 2 copies. All right, so this is one of my copies, so I got 2 packs. So these are the 2 cards I pulled out of my packs. Okay, we got the Tsunomon with the Digimon card logo, with a new logo worldwide, and the Agumon. Hopefully y'all, there you go, check it out. So they got stamped with the worldwide logo now, so that's pretty cool. So we got the Agumon, and funny enough, this is the Agumon that comes in the starter deck. This is Tsunomon that belongs to the other starter deck, but I just want to show y'all the pulls of what I got in the 2 packs there. And let's go ahead and dive in. Here is Starter Deck 20 Protector of Light, and I see feel paper. Look at that, now it's in a little cardboard. Cool. Nothing else in the box, so no goodies. Display the WarGreymon here. Nice. So here is Starter Deck 20. All right, so we got the Coromon is the DigiEgg, black base. There's something behind this paper, kind of nice. I'll display that up there. What are our papers? So looks like usually they give us a paper mat to show you how to play the card game, the steps and everything, and it looks like they're separated this time. Or maybe I'm just mixing it up with One Piece. One Piece puts it all in one, but check it out. So turn order, how to play the card game, how everything works, cost, play. So I like this. This is always a must in every starter deck of any card game. So that way, if you're just picking up a card game for the first time, it's all in there. So instructions, how to play. And of course, a playmat of the field. And usually with these starter decks, there's a theme. So this should have the WarGreymon, I'm assuming, and an Agumon. Yep, there it is. As you can see, half an Agumon and half a WarGreymon. Hopefully I don't destroy this, but here it is. These are pretty cool. I wish they weren't just paper mats. I wish they were actually full play mats, you know, cloth and all, but it is not. So these are always cool. Bandai needs to come out with these in actual play mats instead of paper play mats. Y'all listening, Bandai? Make play mats of these. These are very cool. All right, so put that to the side as well. And let's check out Starter Deck 20. Boom. And you might be lucky to pull a very special alternative art card of Agumon in this starter deck, Gabumon in the other one. And let's see if we get lucky, but let's go ahead and check out the starter deck. So let's start with the DigiEggs. We got Coromon. The inheritable is all turns. This Digimon with the Adventure trait gets 1000 BP. So Adventure is the new trait for these Digimon cards. You get a few support in BT21, but this deck in 21 will be your main core of the deck. All right. So got the Coromon DigiEgg. Of course, you get 4 DigiEggs. You need 4 DigiEggs to play the card game at least. You can have 5 if you want, but 4 is required at least. And first card we see here is Biyomon, is our rookie. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with the Adventure trait and 1 such tamer card or option card among them to the hand. Turn the rest to the bottom of the deck, so a searcher. And that's very cool. So it looks like everything's gonna have Adventure trait, even options in the tamers. And we get 4 Bios, which is cool. Nice, the search. And all these cards are going to be based on the main series or the first series of Digimon. So Digimon Adventure, hence the Adventure trait. Got the Bergermon. Oh, the Biyomon inheritable is a 2000 DP on your turn. Same thing with the Bergermon, but Bergermon's ability on play or when Digivolving. Okay. If your tamer with the Adventure trait have 3 or more total colors, This Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with the adventure trait in the hand without paying the cost. Oh wow, so these level 4s get straight into level 5s? No problem, but you need tamers on the field with adventure traits. How many Bergermons? 4, nice. We got Garudamon as our foil, so this is our rare card. Look at that artwork though, that looks very cool. This is great. Who is the artist? I can't read. Takeuchi, hopefully I said that right. Very good artwork. So on player when digivolving. For the turn, one of your Digimon gains security +1. That's awesome. And for every 2 colors your tamers have, get 2000 plus DP. Very cool. So our power buff. Then on your turn, once per turn, when your other Digimon are played or digivolve, if any of them have the adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains Alliance for the turn. Then one of your Digimon may attack. Wow, these level 5s are pretty good too. And its heritable is Alliance. With Alliance, you get a security +1 check. And you get, wow, 4 of these? That's pretty nice. So those are level 5s. Oh, they're breaking them up. Look at that in Digivolution forms from the Biomon, Bergermon to the Garudamon. Now we're going to the Gatomon. Okay. It makes sense because we got the Tai and Kari, you know, the siblings. So it has a security effect. At the end of the battle, play this card without paying the cost. And then on play or when digivolving, give 2 of your opponent's Digimon -1 security. Not bad. When attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -2000 DP for the turn. I like that. Minus buff. Get 4 Gatomons. The artworks look amazing in this starter deck. They all look very good. And you can see they're multicolored, and it doesn't matter because if you see the Digivolution requirements, it just says adventure trait. So these can digivolve on top of themselves without meeting the color requirements, which is very cool. And here we are, our first SR Agumon. Ooh, now this is a lovely artwork. Very stunning. Cool. So on player when digivolving, one of your other Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with the adventure trait in the hand without paying the cost. Wow, you turbo really quickly up the line, huh? Your turn once per turn, when your other Digimon are played or digivolve, if any of them have the adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains Alliance for the turn. Then one of your Digimon may attack. Very cool. Inheritable, Alliance. So I think the Garudamon kind of has the same idea. A little different. The Garudamon will give you security +1 and then give something else in Alliance, while the Agumon lets you digivolve without paying the cost and then gives you Alliance. Interesting. And oh, is it 1, 2? They were stuck. You get 2 Agumon. So definitely pick up another starter deck to complete your playsets, okay? Next, we're into the green cards. We got Tentomon. Opponent's turn. Your opponent can't reduce Digivolution cost. All right, cool. We get a Floodgate. And we get 4 of these. All right. Sweet. Kabuterimon. The heritable is Piercing. All right. What green does? When digivolving, if you have 1 or fewer tamers, you may play 1 tamer card with the adventure trait from your hand without paying the cost. So here's a way to play your tamers. Very nice. 4 of these. Mega Kabuterimon. This was one of my favorite Digimons also, back in the original series. We got on player when digivolving. One of your Digimon unsuspends. Then, for every 2 colors your tamers with the adventure trait have, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Nice. Your turn once per turn, when your other Digimon are played or digivolve, any of them have the adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains Alliance for the turn. Then one of your Digimon may attack. It looks like the level 5 have the same your turn ability once per turn. And the heritable Alliance. And the same heritable. That's kind of interesting. That's pretty strong, not gonna lie. All right, so here's our rare Agumon, same one that we pulled here in the little event pack. So Agumon, what does it do? So your turn, where your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more, or your tamers have 3 or more total colors. This Digimon can digivolve into WarGreymon in the hand for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring Digivolution requirements. So we got some warping going on. All right, get it straight into WarGreymon. The inheritable is Reboot, so that's very nice. We get, hey, at least they give you the 4 Agumons. That's very cool. All right, and here is our other SR, the new WarGreymon ACE. And it is now a black and red card. Very cool. I love the shine, the holographics to it is super cool. Very good, very nice. So with it being an ace card, it does have the hand counter blast Digivolution, so you can digivolve on your opponent's turn on one of your level 5s at the right timing and without paying the cost. So what happens when you digivolve or on play? It says, until your opponent's turn ends, for every 2 colors your tamers have, your Digimon's effects don't affect one of your Digimon. Nice. And then when digivolving, oh, there's a second one. And when attacking, nice. Delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. That's very cool. Then of course, if your ace leaves the field, your opponent gets 4 memory. All right. And we get, well, 2. So 2 WarGreys. All right. I'll just leave all these up at the very end. So again, get yourself a second copy. Now we're into the tamers. So this is why they say 2 colors, because these are dual color tamers. We got red and yellow, Sora and Kairi. And it says start your main phase. If you have a Digimon with the adventure trait, gain a memory. Oh, that's kind of cool. This time it's on your field. A lot of the new tamers let you gain a memory if your opponent has a Digimon on the field. This one says, as long as you have an Adventure trait Digimon. That's pretty cool. Your turn. When any Digimon cards with the Adventure trait would be played from your hand, by suspending this tamer, reduce the play cost by 1. Oh, that's cool. So we got reducing cost of Digivolution, get 4 of those. Here we have Ty and Izzy. Alright, we got the black and green. Your turn. When any Digimon cards with the Adventure trait will be played from your hand, by suspending this tamer, reduce the play cost by 1. Well, that's very cool. So by play cost. Opponent's turn. All of your Digimon with the Adventure trait game blocker. That's actually pretty cool. Love it. And you get 2 of these. Okay, so yeah. Wow. So you're seeing Digimon and the tamers that only have 2 copies of, or 2 sets. Here are the option cards. Our Courage United. Look at that. With DigiDestineds. Just missing the Garamon. This is from the very early episodes. While you have a Digimon or Tamer with the Adventure trait on the field, you can ignore this card's color requirement. Main, draw 2 cards. Wow, that's awesome. You just draw 2 cards, and then all turns, when any of your level 5 or higher Digimon will leave the battle area, delay. You may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with the Adventure trait from your hand without paying the cost. That's wow. That's very strong. Actually, very strong option card. We have 4 of those. Nice. And then the other option card is Island and Adventure. It's a white card too. Interesting. While you have no face-up Island and Adventure security cards, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Security, all turns. All your level 3 or higher Digimon get plus 2000 DP. So DP buff, nice. Main, add your top security card to the hand and place this card face-up as the top security card. So this is the field spell card pretty much, okay? So Digimon's also adding little new quirks. We started seeing something like this in the Deep Sabers decks and NSO, and as well as the Royal Base because they play themselves in security. So that's pretty cool. So these are like field spell cards. So this is very nice. As you can see, the color of security is kind of like red, yellow, pink or something like that, and it's not blue. That's because this means when this card is actually in the security face up versus activating face down, just so you know. Okay, so, and of course, security effects is you may play 1 tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. Nice. I didn't read the heritable here, but, oh, the heritable is this, place this card in the battle area. So, all right, and we get 4 of these. Very cool. And we're at the very end, and this is very cool. So, we got pretty much new alternative art cards for the Scramble cards, and they look super cool. So this is Red Scramble. Check it out. Definitely, if you're a collector, these are amazing. These are going to my binder. I don't think I will actually put these in my deck. Look too nice. Blue Scramble. Yellow Scramble, these look so nice. We got the green Scramble, black Scramble, purple Scramble. Get the Wizardmon there, that's kind of cool. And that's all. These are key cards, so if you want to learn like key effects, keyword effects, they have them all right here. If you want to keep up with everything in the card game, for the most part. I think they're back-sided too. Yep. So a lot. Digimon is growing and getting a lot of stuff, a lot of new mechanics being added in, but that is pretty much it. That is the whole starter deck. Let me go ahead and sleeve up these Scramble cards and display them because they look very nice. They did a very good job on the alt cards, and I'm pretty sure this is not the last of it. I'm sure they'll keep adding, doing more and more, okay, because they always do. They always do. They did them with the memory boosts, they did them with the trainings, and now with the Scrambles. So let's go ahead and sleeve these up. And I will display everything in a nice orderly fashion. Just bear with me a moment. All right. So now these are going in my binder as my collectibles because they look very, very nice. These new alt art Scramble cards, and these are very good staples. So hey, again, if you're getting into the card game, this is nice that they give you these because you can put them in the decks. These are very useful, very good. Some of the few staple cards along with the trainings and even memory boosts. So there you go. Very cool. But that is the end of this starter deck. And I will go ahead and display our WarGreymon ACE here. And of course, our Agumon here. Usually as well, I will go ahead and sleeve these up too because they are the SR cards of the deck, getting 2 copies. So again, if you want a full playset, pick up another starter deck. If you're new to the card game, just understand Bandai usually makes you buy 2 starter decks so you can get a full playset of the cards. So just kind of little tip there, but not too bad. And this starter deck comes with goodies. These Scramble cards are nice, and we did not get to pull any alternative Agumon art cards, which is okay. That's a very tough pull, very rare, and I am not that lucky. So we'll go ahead and display WarGreymon and Agumon and move these here, and of course just display the scrambles like this. Boom. But all right, so put these to the side here. So that pretty much wraps up the unboxing of Starter Deck 20 and everything that comes in it. And as you can see, you get nice little goodies at the very end. Okay, Scramble cards are very nice staple cards to have. And as you can see how the starter deck works. All right, every card has the adventure trait, and that's all you need because they're all multicolored, and you can't play a deck with multiple colors unless the traits specify, right? So in this case, we have the adventure trait, so we're allowed to digivolve on odd colors. So basically, from what I'm understanding how this deck works, and a lot of these have the same abilities besides the level 3s. You get a searcher, you get a floodgate, you get a Digimon that plays out of security. So you get a little bit of taste of everything in the Digimon card game, it seems. But the main gimmick that you see in this starter deck is the Turbo Digivolution, all right? If I'm mistaken, it was the Digimon that allows you to digivolve into the next level without paying a cost. Then you have the Agumon level 5, that does the exact same thing, digivolve without paying the cost. Very wild. I think that's very strong. You can climb up to your level 6 very easily. And of course, a lot of them give you Alliance. And Alliance is a very strong card effect, okay? So very cool. And of course, the top end card in this is WarGreymon, which every turn when you attack, you can delete your opponent's lowest level Digimon and the ace card of the deck. So very stunning, pretty straightforward. You also get the green cards that let you suspend your opponent's Digimon and of course unsuspend yourself. And some of the abilities do revolve around having a set number of 2-color tamers on the field. All right, so that's how some of the abilities also work or give you an advantage. For example, like DP gain or even suspending your opponent's Digimon, like the Mega Kabuterimon, which is very cool. You also have the Kabuterimon card that helps you play the tamer cards with the adventure traits. And the tamer cards themselves are very good. One of them helps you gain a memory, and the other one helps you reduce play cost. The option cards are very strong, they're very good as well. They seem to support the deck very well, and a very cool field spell card as well. And that other option lets you just draw 2, very cool. Unless you play level 5 without playing the cost, wicked. It's very sick. This deck has everything, all the tools packed in one. I think this Adventure Starter Deck is very solid, so I would recommend, again, picking up your second copy, put it all together, and of course, you can also combine it with Starter Deck 21 because that also has adventure card traits, which we'll look into in the next video that I have for you guys, unboxing Starter Deck 21, so don't miss out. But what do y'all think about Starter Deck 20? How do y'all feel about the adventure trait cards? Do you think they're strong? How well do you think they do in the competitive scene? Have you seen it in the competitive scene? How well is it doing? Who's your favorite Digimon in the Series 1 Adventure? And did you pick up the starter deck? Let me know in the comments down below. But I think this starter deck is pretty solid, and for anyone getting into the Digimon card game, I think this is a good starter deck to pick up so you can at least introduce yourself into the card game and try it out. It has everything you need, actually. It's a pretty good starter deck, so try it out. But that pretty much wraps it up. That is a showcase and unboxing of Digimon Starter Deck 20, Protector of Light. And I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, support the channel, join the crew for more TCG content and openings, and don't forget to check out my online TCG store at gamingoceantcg.com. And until next time, smooth sailing, and God bless.